Warning, the following contains depictions of trees getting cut, sliced, and diced in many ways that you should not attempt to replicate at home, your own job site, or anywhere else. This is not for educational purposes. It is entertainment. Now enjoy the story of how these tree guys, not arborists, got this job done safely, effectively, not necessarily always efficiently, and got paid for it.
Can I blame you guys for that?
Here's our tree. No, that's a house, idiot. No, that's a fence. Oh, there's a tree. Yeah, there is a tree there. Yeah, that's the tree we're cutting today. That day, not today, but that day that I was there. That's the tree we were cutting. Weird tri-dominant tree.
Power lines running through here. We're grinding this too.
Is tri-dominant a term people use? It should be. Like I said in the intro, not an arborist, just a tree guy. Looks to be a tri-dominant tree to me, leaning over this shed, and the other part leaning over the power lines. So homeowner wants it down. And it is my pleasure to take this thing down. This was a fun tree.
Waiting for the power company to come out and drop this line for us. It's like 10:30 a.m. right now.
That was real life me talking, and this is voiceover me talking. I don't know if you can hear the difference, but let me introduce you to voiceover me, and the person you're watching there is real life me. We're both going to be taking part in this tree cutting journey with you today. I'm really going to be looking to your comments to tell me how weird the job on this tree was, how weird of a job we did, because almost every cut is a peel. And I don't know if that's as uncommon as I think it probably is, but just about every single cut that I make on this tree is a flipping peel cut. And I've never worked for another tree company before I started my own, so my barometer for what's normal and what's not is really not calibrated very well. I will say that we get the job done every time, minus one time out of the years we've been doing this, which I can tell you about another time. But every time except that one time we get the job done, and we get it done safely without breaking anything or hurting anyone, except for 2 other times, which I can tell you about in other videos. But every time except for 1 and then 2 others, we get the job done without breaking anything or hurting anyone. And the way that we get this job done today without breaking anything or hurting anyone is by making peel cut after peel cut after peel cut, as you can see. Well, maybe you can't see quite yet, but you will. I'm incredibly worried that you're going to take that throw as an indicator of how the rest of the throws in this program go. And let me assure you, the rest of the throws that you're going to see in this video are not like that throw that you just saw. But I like to start each job off in such a way that you can only go uphill from there. So that's one way to interpret that. Here you'll notice I'm making a fool of myself after building up the height that you're going to see nothing but peel cuts. You see something of a conventional cut. You probably can't tell, but I was cutting these particular limbs with a great degree of anger because they kept slapping me in the face. Still waiting on the power company to come and take out the lines under that side of the tree before I start on it, but I'm working on the side that I can before they come out.
This stuff's a little too close to the shed. I'm gonna go up, clear some of this stuff above it, put a rope in up there, and just kind of swing some of this over.
For some reason, I must have either forgotten what I just said or not have taken myself too seriously, because I do go up there and set a rigging line, but I do not take out all those limbs over my head, and it poses a problem later in this journey. By the way, there will be an opportunity for you to receive in the mail from me a $100 Visa gift card if you leave a comment, a particular kind of comment with a particular word in it. I'll explain the details towards the end of the video, or you can go to the description and read about it. That's Logan. He's my partner in this endeavor. We're 50-50 partners in this LLC. And I think I'll make a video talking about the pros and cons of a 50-50 partnership. Spoiler, for me, they're all pros. He's setting up the GRCS there. For those who don't know, it's a winch, so we can run our rigging rope through the GRCS up to me in the tree, and he can crank on that and lift limbs. If you're wondering where we're taking this wood, we're hauling it around the side of the house to the driveway where we have a dump trailer. We throw it in the trailer. We use the saws to dice it down. We throw more in. We use the saws to dice it down. And we try to pack the trailer as full as we can before we haul it off. We do not have a chipper, and we rarely rent one. So we have two guys on the ground. One of them will be cutting up limbs and stacking them, and the other is driving the mini skid steer, picking up the piles, bringing them to the driveway, putting them in the trailer, and then either person will occasionally get up inside the trailer and use the saw to dice the stack down.
We need to make better friends with LJ and figure out who his buddy with the power company is and learn how to bribe them.
Yeah.
Because he was able to get him out last minute.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Or his dad or whatever. Yeah. Right, here it comes.
We're still waiting on the power company to show up. We cut some trees for LJ once. He has a friend at the power company, and when he called them, they came out literally within minutes and took the service lines down to his home so we could cut his trees. This is the kind of place where people know people who work for the power company, specifically the guys who get up in the bucket trucks. Why am I doing what I'm doing here? Does that make sense to you? Comment below and tell me why you think I did that, and why you think I'm fighting to break this thing off.
How's that? That was a controlled peel. I love the peel. I'm a huge peel fan. Fan of the peel.
Here I go on a peel rant about the peel.
It can bite you if you're using it wrong.
There's me trying to teach you guys stuff. That was before I decided I'm not going to teach you anything. There are so many guys on here who you should go to for educational content over me.
I'm gonna try to get it to land flat.
Land flat, good idea. That's a good idea. So I'm not teaching you here, I promise. But what I'm doing there, just by way of explanation, is I'm cutting up from the underside far enough until the bar just almost starts to get pinched. Cutting in from each side to remove material for the sole purpose of when I start cutting in from the top, there's very little wood to cut through, and it goes really quickly. You can imagine if you had a chainsaw that instantaneously cut through the limb, leaving the limb hanging in midair. It would fall flat to the ground, assuming it was evenly weighted.
Power company just got here.
So if you're trying to make a limb fall flat, that's sort of what you're trying to do. Make the cut as instantaneously as possible. So a really sharp chain and a powerful saw help.
Spear this one in the ground.
Spear it in the ground.
Bad enough to take chances, but just bad enough to know this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Meet me in September.
I will send you $10 if you can name that song without having to look it up.
I was not gonna do that just now, but I hired you.
I do not know what I was referring to.
Gotta get that dust off of y'all. Y'all are getting dusty.
Y'all were getting quite dusty, I can attest to that. That is true.
I noticed y'all was getting just a little dusty in there.
You really were getting quite dusty. I mean, there was dust everywhere. Speaking of dust, I'm going to try something new in this video that I've never seen anyone do. Pay attention as the video goes on, because I will tell you about a way that you can receive in the mail from me a $100 Visa gift card for making a comment. Details later in the video. Fail.
Gonna hinge this one. Peeling them all day long, but it's time for a hinge. They get right on that pile.
What do you want, applause or something? Look at him trying not to look all self-satisfied. What is that ratchet strap doing right there?
I love this harness, but I always forget to tie, like, Velcro these straps back together. There's like Velcro for everything. Everything is adjustable on this. This is the Notch Agility. No,
Wrong.
Sorry. Buckingham Agility harness. Pretty comfy.
Comment below if you've ever gotten up into the tree and noticed you didn't secure one of your leg straps. Or worse.
this? Right there.
Right where?
Y'all didn't see that, but it hit my, the butt hit my rope box, which is already torn to pieces. Can you see that? You probably can't see that. See that? But I think I'm the only person I know of that uses a rope box. I mean, I've used the bags, but honestly I prefer the boxes. The bags kind of suck, but these boxes break a lot. I'm just glad I didn't hit the GRCS. Look at that. The butt was a couple feet away from smashing that GRCS, which is quite a bit more expensive than that box. So I'm way up here, like 90, 100 feet in the very top of this tree. Actually, I'd say that's probably more like 30 feet. Now check out this cut. Look at that. What do y'all think of that? What do you hinge critics think of that?
Comment below.
So anyway, I think I'll set the rigging rope up here, and then kind of swing all that stuff over those buildings, swing it out this way. That's what I think I'll do. I mean, what else is there to do?
So as you can see, we got most of the brush over the yard on this half of the tree cleared away. Still got all the brush over on that side, which we're free to get down now that the power lines are gone, and all the brush over these two buildings here. It's probably around 12 noon right now.
Actually, the power company just left. I'm kind of wondering if I should just go and take down that part of the tree so they can go ahead and come and reconnect power. And just leave my tie-in up here. I think I'll do that so we can get their power back on soon. So I'll put the rig and sling up here, and then I'll go ahead and come down and climb up that and take all that down.
Water wire right there.
Yeah. So what'd I tell you? Joe was gonna come to this side of the tree, and what did I do? I did it. That's exactly what I did. Would I fool you guys? Would I lie to you? Nah, I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that.
I might do that. Speaking of doing that, I was thinking about what I said earlier about a way that you can have me mail you a $100 Visa gift card. And I was thinking that it might come across as a ploy to drive engagement to my video and my channel. And I just want to assure you that that is most definitely not at all.
Trying to avoid that garden box.
Most definitely not at all what? I forgot what I was saying. Anyway.
Garden bed, planter bed box thing. Dang!
I'm in a very good mood here because this is so much fun.
Tony's over there. Our helper, Tony, he's over there. He's on a ladder. He's gonna be watching this video because he found me on YouTube and he subscribes. So he's gonna watch this. See him? There he is. Up on top of the ladder. Tree guys aren't supposed to work from ladders. Doesn't he know that? What is he thinking? How could he violate such a cardinal rule? Commit such a cardinal sin? Look at him. There he is. There you are, Tony. Alright, I gotta get back to work. They're watching me now.
That may look dangerous. I'm telling you, it was not dangerous. That scenario can be dangerous when something peels into your flip line, but that particular scenario was not dangerous. You just had to be there.
exercise on that one.
You'll notice I have my wrist curled up here like a dinosaur. I broke that wrist a few months ago using the GRCS. That's one of the injuries I mentioned earlier in the video if you were paying attention. Not that you're supposed to be paying attention. In fact, I highly encourage you to pay very little attention to what you're watching. What a guy. I forgot to mention we're also taking out that tree, so you'll see them taking down that thing stem by stem.
Hey, Swope, can you come grab this when it drops?
Grab it?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the tip and you grab the tip.
Okay.
It'll probably get, yeah, I guess it'll hit the, I'm gonna get caught up on the fence.
The process of getting words out of my mouth is not always an easy one.
Letting it go. Oh, never mind. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna rip it off. Well, hold on. What do you think this one next?
Do you guys feel involved? I'm clearly trying to involve you guys. I hope you can tell. Why didn't you guys warn me that this could happen?
Enough of this no face cut nonsense. This one's getting a proper cut.
We'll be the judge of that, buddy. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Anyway, I think I told you earlier that there was going to be an opportunity for you to win a $100 gift card by making a comment on this video. Well, here's how that's going to work. There are several times in this video where I ask you to leave a comment in response to something I said. So if you do this, your name will be randomly drawn for me to mail you a $100 Visa gift card. But you can't just make a comment in response to any of the things that I say in this video. It has to be about one particular thing. And you have to include a magical keyword in your comment. More details to come. See, those wouldn't be hitting the ground tip first like that if I had done a better undercut. But I just didn't care to. You guys have no idea how hard it is to not be looking at the camera the whole time, glancing over at it constantly. It's a real exercise in self-control. You're about to see the goofiest thing you've seen all day. If you can give the most generous interpretation for what you're witnessing, I'm curious to hear it. If you can comment down below. Assume that there were very good reasons for why I did that, and tell me what you think they are. I'm not saying there were very good reasons. I'm just asking you to imagine.
Here, I think it'll hit you. I got it. Watch out. Watch out.
Do you ever feel the need to holler like a prairie dog? I do.
Huh. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hey, Tony? Could you come grab this?
Yeah.
Grab the tip when I drop it. All right, hold on.
Hold out.
It's disconnected now, so it's just me holding it.
Okay.
I can lift it if I need to.
Yeah, lift it up. A little bit.
All right, I'm about to
Good,
drop.
it.
Okay.
Good.
Nice.
Did you catch that? We were having the exact same thought at the same time as each other. This crew is just so in sync. Comment below with who you think burned the most calories by the end of the day out of this whole crew. Me, Logan, or Tony? In your comment, you can just refer to me as me because my name will remain highly secretive. Until I dropped that limb on that fence, I could not have told you that there was a bike hanging there. Wow, that was disappointing. I was hoping that limb was going to be a big one. Cover your eyes for a few seconds. Don't watch this part.
Heads up.
Close them now. Alright, you can open again. In the future, I'm going to put a lot more effort into making every limb land flat, because for these little montages, it's so much more satisfying when they land flat, 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 flat. That went about 45 degrees off from where I wanted it to go. Wow, he fell that thing with just a quick little snap cut of the saw. No face cut, no nothing. That was crazy.
They're taking out the stem of that tree. I don't want to hand toss every bit of this, so I'm just gonna try to tip tie it and swing them out into the yard. See if they don't get caught up on each other. This one might be kind of top heavy actually. I may need to go further out with it. Alright, hold on, let me tie off this butt just in case.
I tied off the butts for most of these because if I didn't, the butts would have fallen into that metal roof and busted it. You can tell by the effort I'm putting into swinging this that our anchor point is not very far out into the yard.
A little more right here.
Reason one for that being because I already cut all those limbs that were out in the yard away. Reason two, however, is that those limbs would not have been substantial enough to serve as an anchor point for these anyway. So the best, sturdiest anchor point that was usable was kind of close to the tree, not very far out in the yard. Didn't give us a great angle to pull from. Here I'm releasing the butt.
Get it.
And you can unclip that blue rope, I'll pull it back.
Good.
Okay. You ready?
Comment below how you might have done this differently.
Want me to cut some? Tie it up. Yeah, y'all take your time, but in a couple minutes I'll be ready to rig one. No rush.
I I have to say it that way because I think sometimes I get to be a diva in the tree, and when I'm ready to rig something, I expect them to be ready. But they have their own job to do on the ground, so I try to counter my diva attitude by telling them that they don't have to rush. I mean, if it was up to me, everybody would drop what they're doing and immediately rush to my aid whenever it is that I need assistance, no matter where or who. However, I recognize that having a yard full of debris by the time I get out of the tree is not optimal, so I suppose I have to let them do their job as well. If you could even call it a job. I mean, what is groundwork anyway? They're just playing around in sticks down there, riding their little machine around. Could you even call it work?
If you do this work long enough, you'll eventually encounter a phenomenon where your ground guys want to, like, take a break, is what they call it, like, rest, like, eat food, on the job. I think it's just a thing with ground guys. I really don't know how to explain it.
I personally think it's pretty gross that we eat food out in public anyway. I think that should be done in the privacy of your own home. Here I'm using my handy blue butt control rope again that I love so much. And once again, the bad angle of the rigging anchor point becomes a complication.
What? No. And now lower. Nice. I can come down there if I need to.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Hold on.
The tips of these limbs are getting caught on that tin roof, so I'm trying to kick them off so the ground guys can lower it. Power company came back to restore power to the house. It's probably 3 p.m.
don't want a tray? Yeah, that's on the bucket list. One of these days we'll invest in one of those. That's right. Do what? I'm sorry? We got us 3. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, we get some extra helpers when we need to. We all work at the fire department together, so yeah, we kind of pull guys from. You what?
I know how y'all firefighters do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of when you get that job, it's like.
A lot of y'all cut grass.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lawn care is a big thing. It's tempting sometimes. Yeah. 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 It's always kind of a battle. All right. The guy from the power board just now, he said, I got a bucket truck over there if you don't want to climb this thing. I don't want a bucket truck. This is fun. Some jobs I understand, and I would want to use a bucket truck for some jobs, but most of them, if the tree's healthy, like, if the tree's healthy, it's just fun to climb. Like, dead trees are not always fun to climb, but this tree, this is just fun. I mean, look at this. How could this not be fun? The answer is it can't not be fun. It is fun.
Tell me down below if you agree or disagree with that little rant.
I'm just gonna let it fall, pick it up, and throw it. Be scared of. I mean, the peel can be your best friend, or the peel can kill you. I happen to be a fan of the peel. And the fact that it can kill me, I mean, that peel couldn't have killed me. But like a peel can. So I try to use the peels that won't kill me, and do use the ones that won't. Wait, I try to, and don't use the ones that will. Here's another throw. Stop. Stop.
I mentioned at the beginning that not going ahead and clearing away some of these upper limbs was gonna cause me some problems later, and this is one of the ones I was referring to.
All right, let off. Well, you can't let off, can you?
Not really, unless I go down lower.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. All right, now, can you, no. So I suck at using the GRCS, but if you want to see like how to use the GRCS like properly, this YouTube channel called Zach Riggs. He's the king of GRCS. These pieces are almost big enough to pick up and hand toss. So this is nothing. GRCS, he'll use GRCS to lift like limbs that are thousands of pounds over houses. I'm working my way there with smaller stuff.
In fact, attempting to do that is how I broke my wrist I told you about earlier. I went straight to the big limbs. So ever since then, I'm just building my confidence back up with smaller ones.
Stop. All right, you can lower. That thing's probably 200 pounds.
Here goes the top.
Here I am just trying to show you guys a good time, give you something to watch, entertain you, and having to put up with. Honestly, you're allowed to put up with. You can be. Can I blame you guys for that? Don't ever cross your arm over like that. Cutting here, crossing your arm over. You know, you're gonna cut yourself. I won't. You will. I take it back. Karma's gonna get me after that one. I take it back. You won't. You won't, and I won't. Still, it is bad.
As I do it again.
I'm about to become a parent, so that's why I feel like I can get away with saying, "Do as I say, not as I do." Classic classic parenting. I'm done.
Now, there are several times during this video when I've asked you to comment below. If you respond to one of those particular requests for comment using a particular keyword, then I will enter you into a drawing to receive a Visa gift card for $100 from me in the mail. If you're the only one who responds, then I'll send you the gift card. How do you know which of my requests for comment to respond to? And how do you know which keyword to use? The answer to those questions is buried in one of the shorts that I have posted on my channel using footage from this video. Read the description for more info.